and then process it into titanium material. The main step from mining to making titanium sponge material are as follows. Titanium ore mining, mineral processing, enrichment, rich titanium material to concentrate chloride, crude titanium CFO, refinery, pure titanium CFO, and magnesium reduction, and then titanium sponge titanium, and then fused cast ingot, processing the titanium or titanium components in the above step. If the rutile is obtained from the mining, the concentration is not required, and the production of crude titanium CFO is made directly by chlorination. In addition, the casting operation should be a metallurgical process. But sometimes it is also classified as a processing process. These are the photos of making titanium balls. And these are photos of testing and packing. In my left hand, as you see, is just a round blank ball, and in my right hand, we achieved mirror effort. So the laser processing into a one blank ball, and then grinding out a certain degree of roundness. After manual polishing, the surface will achieve the mirror effort. This is the quality certification of titanium tube. This is also a quality certification of titanium tube. This is the titanium 5 quality certification. This is price of titanium force. Our MOQ is 200 pieces or 500 grams. The diameter is different, and the unit price of GR2 and GR5 is different too. From 0.14 to 1.1. We also have the larger titanium board, which diameter is from 25 to 120 millimeter, and the unit price are different between GR5 and GR2. From 23 US dollars to 245 US dollars. Let's learn about the second part stainless steel balls. First, I want to tell you the principle of stainless steel. Stainless steel is not rustless, just not easy to rust. The principle of which is using chromium element to act in the steel surface to form a layer of dense chromic oxide layer and effectively block steel again. Contact with air. Make the oxygen in the air cannot enter inside the steel, and the effort of steel to prevent rust. The classification is CNS because China National Standards, and the JIS because Japanese Industrial Standards. There are different kinds of stainless steel bores. The first one is 440 or 440C. The performance is hardness up to 56 to 58 degrees, and they have magnetic and good corrosion resistance, wear resistance, and toughness. Applications mainly used in bearings, stamping, valves, seal refrigeration equipment, aerospace, high precision machinery parts, crafts, toys. The specification is 0.5 mm to 100 mm. Next, we will introduce the application for 440C, stainless steel ball. It is usually used in industries requiring high precision and rust resistance, like aviation, aerospace, bearings, motors, high precision instruments, valves, petroleum. The characterized is the metallic sculpture belongs to magnetic steel. The production process requirements are higher. The domestic production of stainless steel 440 enterprises are relatively few. So, the production of 440C material enterprises are often labeled with the reputation of special stainless steel. The heat treatment process is more complex, easy to craft, and the precision requirements are higher. Is the hardest steel ball of a stainless steel ball. The hardness can up to 58 is close to the bearing steel ball, but has stronger anti-rust and stronger anti-corrosion performance than the former. Compare with 440 stainless steel ball. It has stronger anti-rust, anti-corrosion performance, hardness enhanced, wear resistance also has been improved. Next, I will introduce you another kind of stainless steel board. We call it 402 stainless steel board. The specification is from 2 mm to 25.4 mm. And we used it in industries with high requirement of precision and rust resistance, like motorcycle parts, lace, stainless steel bearings, plastic bearings, props, valves, and aluminium. And the characterized tensile steel, commonly known as stainless iron, have magnetic and good rust resistance, and also have high hardness. The hardness is from 50 to 55. Next, I will introduce you another stainless steel board called 304. Properties: the hardness less than or equal to 28 degrees. Non-magnetic deposition. Strong rust resistance. Salt water immersion for a long time is not easy to rust. Application: we mainly use it in the medical device, baby bottles, valves, electronic components, etc. Specification is from 1 to 50.8 mm. And 304 stainless steel board is most widely used most on the market. Can be used in medical equipment, chemical industry, aviation, aerospace, plastic and well, perfume bottles, and sprayers, valves, nail polish, motor, switch, electric iron, washing machines, refrigerators, air conditioners, medicinal materials, art parts, bearings, instruments, and bulletproof. Characterize a typical representative of authentic steel, generally non-magnetic, but magnetic are passing through the photostyle can be demagnetized, and the hardness is 26, has good anti-rust and corrosion properties. 304 HC stainless steel ball is softer than 304 stainless steel ball, easier to process, and 304L stainless steel ball than both of the above have stronger anti-rust and anti-corrosion performance, easy to weld, excellent polishing, more suitable for the surface requirements of higher industry. Properties: hardness less than or equal to 28 degrees. No magnetism. Are strong rust resistance. No corrosion. Application mainly used in capital equipment, food machinery, domestic accessories, human body accessories, instrumentation, etc. Specification is from 1.0 millimeter to 38.1 millimeter. The last kind of stainless steel bore is 316. Application: 316 stainless steel bore is a product with high requirements usually used in special industries such as medical equipment, chemical aviation, aerospace, field workers, rail, valves, nail polish, body ornaments, mobile panel, characterized. Authentic steel is the most high-grade steel bore industry at present. The hardness less than or equal to 26 is most suitable for the industry with high anti-corrosion requirements, and its performance is equal to 3 or 4 stainless steel bore. And this is a price list of stainless steel bore. Our MOQ is 50 kilograms. This is the price list of overall stainless steel bore. The third part is cast box. Introduction of high chromium alloy cast balls. High chromium alloy cast ball, we also simply call it high chromium ball. Most domestic wear-resistant material enterprises are mainly based on the intermediate frequency electric furnace. by smelting the high quality scraps and the chromium alloy materials of reasonable matching and microalloy and tempering the molten iron and adding unique metal molds and standard molds, casting molding to stack. Then, our high temperature pitching and tempering treatment to obtain matrix in order to achieve higher hardness and wear resistance. Application of high chromium alloy casting boards. High chromium alloy casting boards are widely used in powder preparation and enterprise deep processing of industries, such as main building materials, metal mines, auxiliary thermal power, chemical energy, ceramic coatings, light industry paper making, magnetic materials, and other industries. You can see the hardness of chromium alloy cast boards are different. Most of the grinding medium used in my country's cement industry are mainly high chromium boards. With the continuous development of cement grinding technology, the specific surface area and grinding requirements of cement are more than beneficial. As a cement company, it is particularly important to select the correct material for the grinding body. High chromium alloy cast boards, the abrasive body with high abrasion resistance not only improves the grinding efficiency, reduces the time of cutting and replenishing the ore, and the number of openings and closing, while maintaining the gradation unchanged for a long time, but also extends the clearance period and reduces the labor intensity of workers. It is of great significance to produce at the table, ensure the quality of the abrasive, and reduce the power consumption and the consumption of the grinding body. We can see the price list of CR12 cast boards. The MOQ is 35 pounds, and diameter is from 100 millimeter to 5.7 millimeter. The unit price is different because of the diameter is different. The last part I will introduce you the forged board. The chemical composition of forged boards, you can see, as we know, the brand is so much, and the chemical composition is different because of the brand is different. Application field of forged boards. The price list of 45 and B2 forged boards. Thank you for your listening. If you have any inquiries, please feel free to contact us. Okay, welcome my next colleague.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Carrie from EB China. Today, we will tell you the product about welding rope. Okay, let's begin. The catalog is about 7 parts. The first part is carbon steel welding rope. The second part is low alloy steel welding rope. The third part is stainless steel welding rod. First part is stainless welding rod. The fifth part is aluminium and aluminium alloy welding rods. The sixth part is about nickel and nickel alloy welding rods. And the last part is about carbon and carbon alloy welding rods. The first part is about physical structure. Carbon steel electrode, the tensile strength of this positive metal is less than or equal to 500 part, and it is namely 50 kilograms, and it is suitable for welding carbon steel, and it is low strength, low alloy steel. The next part is the principles of using carbon steel electrodes. Follow hydrogen packs and iron powder type electrodes. The electrodes must be baked at 350 degrees or higher before welding. They should be baked as much as possible and used as much as possible. Otherwise, welding defects such as rusty slag extruder, crack, deterioration of precise performance electricity. For self-process electrodes, they should be baked gently to counter the baking temperature specified in the instructions. If the temperature is too hot, the sample in the protein will be burned out and the incorrect precise performance of the electrode will be destroyed. And when using low hydrogen electrodes, the welder should stay upwind to strengthen the support to prevent welding stress from harming the body. For the low heightened electrode, the flaking tank should not exceed points as much as possible to prevent the coating from becoming brittle and falling off. The next is some pictures about carbon steel electrodes. You can see it. And there are some photos about carbon steel electrodes. The next part is about low alloy steel electrodes. It is for those who require good plastic, high impact toughness, good low temperature performance, and strong crack resistance. Use alkaline and all high toughness electrodes for welding or minimal carbon steel or cast steel. Generally choose ultra low high dragon, high toughness electrodes or supplemented by precise measures such as preheating. Low alloy steel electrodes are divided into the following three categories. The first is about 1.50 kilograms class. It's had distorted metal exterior structure steel electrode. The second is molybdenum and molybdenum purely heat resistant steel electrodes. And the second is about low temperature steel electrode. The next part is about use of low alloy steel electrodes. The first is about the use of low alloy structure steel electrodes. Is generally based on the strength, grade of the steel. At the same time, it also needs to be integrated according to the weld ability of the steel. The transition of the base metal composition, the size, shape, groove, and the force of the welding structure considered. And the next is in the unfavorable situation that the welding seam has a higher cooling rate, which increases the strength and the weld joint is prone to cracks. An electrode with a lower strength than the base metal can often be selected. And the next part is about in case of multi-alloy welding of thickness or normalizing after welding. It is necessary to prevent the phenomenon of low weld strength. The next is about molybdenum and porosity heat resistant steel electrodes. Commonly use alloy elements in purity heat resistant steel are Aluminium, molybdenum, vanadium, nickel electrolytic to meet to meet different working requirements. The next is about due to the joint effect of carbon and alloy elements in steel. It is easy to form hardened structure during welding, and the welding performance is poor. Therefore, purely heat resistant steel is generally preheated before welding and tempered after welding. And also, when welding dissimilar steels, welding materials that are compatible with the intermediate composition are generally selected and appropriate preheating temperature and post-weld heat treatment conditions should be selected according to the materials with poor weldability. And when used alone or for thick weld-type welding, low hydrogen heat resistant steel electrodes should be used. And the use of low temperature steel electrodes according to the characteristics of the low temperature liquefied gas production precise. Low temperature steel is used according to different operating temperatures: 40, 70, 90, 100, and 196, and also is about 253. And the corresponding welding materials are selected. Okay, the next part is about the basic instruction about steel electrodes. Welcome my partner Bruce to introduce the part.
Hello, this is Bruce from China. This is some basic introduction of stainless electrode. Stainless steel electrode refers to a type of electrode coated with stainless steel as a source material. It can be divided into chromium stainless steel electrode and chromium nickel stainless steel electrode, which are widely used in chemical, fertilizer, petroleum, medical machinery, manufacturing, and other industries. Through the transition of various alloy elements between the welding core and the coating, the weld metal becomes a certain amount of austenite and fluid structure to ensure that the welded metal has both good crack resistance and good resistance to corresponding medium. The ability to corrode through the welding core or coating. A certain amount of caliber forming elements such as nickel, molybdenum, titanium, etc. can be infiltrated into the weld metal to form stable carbides with carbon to prevent the formation of chromium carbides at the grain boundary. Through the transition of various the increase of carbon will promote in grand electrodes to weld of static stainless steel or ferritic stainless steel. Therefore, the carbon contact in the welding core and coating materials should be strictly controlled, and no carbon or ultra-low carbon is provided a welding core using low carbon or carbon-free alloy and metal elements as raw materials for coating. Strictly control the content of sulfur and the sulfurs in the stainless steel welding core and coating to reduce the risk of thermal cracks in the weld. There are several steel electrodes. Below this is a classification. CR13 serious stainless steel electrodes such as G202, G207, G217, and other electrodes are CR13 serious stainless steel electrodes with metallic structure. When using this series of stainless steel electrodes, you are static stainless steel. The weldment should be preheated above 300 degrees before welding, and after welding, the weldment should be tempered at 700 degrees. Only by adopting the above mentioned technological measures can weld and heat affected zone be prevented from cracking due to the greater tendency of hardening. CR17 serious stainless steel electrodes such as G302, G307, and other electrodes are CR17 serious stainless steel electrodes with pyramid structure. When using this series of stainless steel electrodes, treated stainless steel, the weldment should be preheated to 200 degrees before welding and to carry out 800% temporary treatment of weldments. Only by adopting the above mentioned technological measures can the weld and heat affected zone be brittled and at 470 and 75 degrees Celsius and cracks due to the greater tendency of hardening. This is some introduction about the chromium nickel stainless steel. It has good corrosion resistance and oxidation resistance. However, due to repeated heating during the welding process, the precipitated carbide will reduce the corrosion resistance and mechanical properties. Therefore, when choosing chromium nickel stainless steel electrodes, welding should be considered the working temperature and medium types of the parts. When selecting a stainless steel electrode with the same or similar composition as the base material for welding, pay special attention to the carbon content of the selected electrode not to exceed the carbon content of the base material. Thus, another selection principle for the welding of corrosion-resistant stainless steel. The electrode should be selected according to the working temperature of the corrosive medium. When the structure works above 300 degrees Celsius and the medium is very corrosive, stainless steel electrodes containing default and or TI elements or ultra low carbon should be used for welding. And when welding chromium stainless steel, in order to ensure the various properties of the steel, the composition of the selected electrode should be similar to that of the basic metal, and the corresponding preheating and post-heat treatment measures should be adopted. Chromium nickel stainless steel electrode welding can also be used, but after welding, no heat treatment. There are two pictures to illustrate the stellite welding rods. It is often used under conditions that require weld resistance and corrosion performance. The next is aluminum welding rods. Use aluminum and aluminum alloy as welding rods for deposit metal. According to this composition system, there are pure aluminum welding rods, aluminum silicon welding rod, and aluminum manganese welding rods. They are mainly used for welding aluminum and aluminum alloys that do not require high joint performance. Instructions for use. The coatings of aluminum and aluminum alloy electrodes are salt-based. That is, they are mainly composed of diode and fluoride salts of alkaline metals and alkaline earth metals. During the welding, the arc's stability is poor and the splash is large, so DC power supply must be used. In addition, the electrode coating is easy to absorb moisture, so it should be stored in a dry sealed container, and it must be dry at about 150 degrees Celsius for 1 hour before welding. The next part is about nickel and nickel alloy electrodes. It can be used to improve the weld performance or welding process performance. When you select this kind of material, if the welding node with the same composition does not meet the design requirements, or there is no suitable welding node with similar alloy composition, it is recommended to use a welding node with a higher performance to ensure that the performance of the weld is not lower than that of the basic metal. The next is about copper and copper alloy electrodes. Bronze electrode can be used for welding various copper and copper alloys, copper and steel dissimilar materials. It is also commonly used for surfacing bearings and other parts that bear metallic wear and corrosion resistant parts, and can also be used for welding and repairing cast iron parts. Copper has a large expansion coefficient and large shrinkage stress during cooling, so it is easy to cause cracks and deformation. In order to obtain high-quality welds and reduce the oxidization of alloy elements, copper and copper alloy electrodes should use alkaline, low hydrogen coatings. Okay, this is the end of my part. Welcome the next colleague to present the next wonderful illustration to you.
Hello everyone, this is Early from China. Next, let me introduce the metal powder. Part 1 is nickel powder, and part 2 is aluminum powder, and the part 3 is copper powder. The part 4 is cobalt powder. First is the material of nickel powder. Metal runs with nickel as the main element, including nickel powder and flake nickel powder. Nickel powder is distilled and purified. The flake nickel powder is made of high nickel powder. In the presence of suitable lubricant and liquid material is around with a steel ball in a mold to form a flake of a suitable thickness. So next is the basic information of nickel powder. This is the color and the shape of nickel powder. It's the green regular powder and it's easy to oxidize in most air. Second is the use of the nickel powder. It is used to prepare non-ferrous areas. High temperature resistant anti-oxidation materials and materials can also be used as a formulation catalyst or chemical actions. Thus, earth is the packing of nickel powder. So packed with protective gas with liner bags, those bags and iron guns. There are some photos of nickel powder. Looks like it's the chapter report of nickel powder. There are order number and order the part 2 is aluminum powder. There are some basic information of aluminum powder. Color is green. The aluminum powder, commonly known as the silver powder. This is silver mechanical pigment. A small amount of lubricant is added for aluminum form, crushed into scaly powder, and then polished. There are some features of aluminum powder. The color of the aluminum powder is silver white metal powder. And the use of aluminum powder can use with pens, inks, and fireworks. Packing of aluminum powder is packed with protective gas lines, plastics and clothes bags and iron guns. It can protect them. There are some photos of aluminum powder. There is a chapter report of aluminum powder. The standard is nickel-free great standard, 99.9%. Part 3 is copper powder. The type of copper powder. So there are pure copper powder and copper ore powder. It's made of 40% of zinc and a part of copper. production process. In the right is a cold powder, and in the left is a cold powder. The production process of cold powder is divided into electrolytic method, a condensation method, and the reduction method. Now the most used method is optimization. There are some features of cocoa powder. The color of cocoa powder is the color of pure cocoa powder is red. The color of cocoa powder is yellow. The cocoa powder has a wide use. Cocoa powder is widely used powder to staging materials. Black copper powder to conductive materials, welding materials, super hard materials, friction materials, and fragmentation and metal industrials. Last is the packing of cocoa powder. It's packed with protective gas line that it bags, clothes bags, and iron dumps. There are some photos of cocoa powder. It's pure cocoa powder. It looks like that. And there are cocoa powder. It looks like here. There are some test reports of cocoa powder. Cocoa powder metal compositions are upper series and it's contact 99.9%, and FE it's contact 0.018%. It's an analyzed result of pure cocoa powder. And there is metal composition of copper and powder. It's 60.2%. And it's contact 30.83%. Next is the actual cobalt powder. The material of the cobalt powder. The raw material for the production of cobalt powder is cobalt oxalate. Its color is black. There are some features of cobalt powder. The color of cobalt powder is pure gray. The color of pure cobalt powder is red. And the use of cobalt powder. It is used as products such as cemented carbon, diamond tubes, high temperature items. magnetic materials and metal products such as rechargeable batteries, industrial blasting resins, and medicine. Cracking of cobalt powder is iron or plastic ox. There are some photos of cobalt powder. It's gray and there are some package of cobalt powder to sell out. The size of a compression table of powder. To match cobalt powder is 8,000 UN and 3 match cobalt powder is 6 and 700 UN and 4 match cobalt powder is 700 UN and 5 match cobalt powder is 4,000 UN and 6 match cobalt powder is 30,000 30 and 150 UN. US match is 2,080 US. You can have a eat. There are some other powder, American mix powder, and powder, iron powder, and germanium powder.